Hey there guys, DMO73 here. Sorry I'm a day late, but I'm bringing you the deck list for the Shion's Fishing Day list that James designed using Gotchalog. There's a link to the Gotchalog code for this deck list. You can see it there too in the description. So this is a pretty fun list. It's a different take on Shion, and the whole idea is to, fishing your big dudes out into tokens and then shadow doppelganger them back from the grave. These kind of big creatures that your opponent just can't deal with pretty quick. So we'll dig right in. Obviously, Songstress of Shangri-La is our ruler. We like to be able to look at the top card of our deck, make use of things like Hymnal's Memoria and the cheap Hydromonica to stack things, as well as her flip to be able to bring in a strong creature. And her judgment cost is 3, and she flips over to Kujita Mastermind, 9-10 Shion. You can still look at the top card of your deck at any time. When she flips, you flip the top card of your deck, and if it's a Resonator with cost 5 or less, you just bring it right into the field. Gods are for 2 blue, and she gains +5/+5 for the turn, and then deals damage equal to her attack to target Resonator, or J/Resonator. So that's how Shion works. Going into the deck itself, going into the creatures, 4 times Aliceless Little Scout. It's early game pressure. It's stuff that we can use for draw power and to kind of poke a little bit, as well as be a defensive wall. 2 Artificial Moons, again a heavy blocker, primarily used for the disassembly line to bring out the remote control golems. 3 Muse, this is to protect things like remote control golem or dragon or Astaroth or hook, as well as service some more draw power. 4 Shadow Doppelgangers, this is to, again, bring those creatures back from the grave, because when she resolves, she grabs a card out of the grave, not as a trigger, just as she resolves, sends a creature outside of your grave and comes in as a copy of it, which means she can be a dragon, she can be a hook, she can be an Azathoth, she can be a remote control golem. She can do whatever you need as long as it's in the grave. And she's a 4-drop, which is pretty nice. We have Hook for a 5-drop, which can be grabbed by Shion primarily to, set stones back, and you can even turbo flip into a hook, which is sometimes pretty good. 2 times Azathoth. Reason why is because he's a 2020 that takes forever to be killed. Like, you have to kill him 8 times, and so that can be pretty strong. I mean, unfortunately, if your opponent is playing Bear Magic, you're kind of out of luck there, but that's why we only run like 2, but he is a pretty strong card nonetheless. 4 of the Ice Dragon. You typically end up having a lot of cards in your hand with this deck because of the Hymnal's Memorias, the Alice's Little Scouts, the Muse, everything else. So having a cheap flying dragon is not too hard to pull off. Plus, he can be a strong fishing token, and he can be something for you to copy with Shadow Doppelganger, which is nice. 4 remote control golems, 2020, who just can't be killed. As long as you can bring him out with this assembly line, you can bring him out with Shadow Doppelganger, lots of options there. Plus, if you have him on top, you can fishing him into a turn 1 10/10 token. With fishing, which says here, you pay 1, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and then create a token whose attack and defense are equal to the total cost of that card. 2 times Soul Hunt to kind of help deal with some spot removal stuff and kind of manipulate the board around things like Golem and things the nature. 2 Darkstorm for some extra discard, a Black Moonbeam just in case, a couple of disassembly lines to be able to bring out golems cheaper, and then 4 Hydromonica, obviously, to make most use of Shion's natural ability. In terms of the stone deck, we run 4 Dark Depths for the darkness, because we have to have some darkness sources for these bad boys, 4 Hymnal's Memoria for the draw power, and it works really well with Shion to be able to just guarantee yourself a card every time you flip it, and then 2 Water Magic Stones to round up the deck. So huge thanks to James for shipping me this list. Again, the Gotchalog code is down below so you guys can look at the list yourself. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, this is DMO73 signing off.